Garrette and friends on the show here on Gov Talk. Today we're talking all about open enrollment with our special guest today, Dr. Terise Rhodes. Terise, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Chase?
Doing great. Glad to have you here this morning.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you work with, you're the Director of Attendance, Data, and Accountability, right? Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Okay. Nice job title.
It's a long one.
It's a long one.
Yeah, Scott would always laugh about the job titles because they.
Oh, yes.
I wear a lot of hats in this position.
Sure. Well, give us an overview of those hats.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I deal with on a daily basis is attendance. We look at students that are coming to school like they should be, and we provide attendance rewards on a quarterly basis if they are showing up for school or if they improve their attendance. We also look at students that are not coming to school correctly like they're supposed to, because the law states that they have to come to school until they're 17 years old. Okay. So we look for those kids as well, and sometimes, unfortunately, we have to take them to court if their parents aren't providing them the educational responsibilities and opportunities that they need to have in order to be successful. So that happens sometimes. We also work with data, our student data management, which currently is Skyward, and we're in the process of a data change. So we're looking to go to EduPoint Synergy Group, and that will be in effect next year. And then I also oversee accountability, which is state reporting and how we're doing with the state, if we're in compliance with all of their rules and regulations. So all of that falls under my purview.
Wow. Carol, what about that?
It's big. And Teresa also is involved in helping communicate. She didn't mention that, but she helps in communicating with our publics. And she has been a big partner when we switched to our new provider for our website and our app and our mass notification system. And Dr. Rhodes has been a big partner on that as well. And that's been a good partnership for me, I feel like, since I came on board 5 years ago. So she didn't mention that hat, but she helps with that as well.
That's the other hat. That's the tan one that you wear.
Well, and those notifications tie to our student database, so it's a natural fit.
Natural connection.
That Skyward that we're using now, and when that switches, that's a tie there. So
Very good. Well, in advance, I know we're just getting started, but thanks for all you do for Bedford County Schools and our community.
That.
Yes, absolutely. So, Carol, I guess to start, what is open enrollment for Bedford County Schools?
Yeah, so open enrollment, and I'm gonna give an overview, and then the details can definitely be answered by our expert here, Dr. Rhodes. But open enrollment is for folks in the county, or maybe even outside the county, and we'll get back to that. But for folks in the county that are wanting to attend a school that's outside of their zone. So not too long ago, prior to 2022, if you were in high school, you could go to whichever high school you wanted as long as you could provide the transportation. But that changed, and now all of our schools are zoned. So depending on where you live, where your residence is, your primary residence is, you are zoned for a particular school. Those maps are available at Bedford County and also on our website as well. But if you would prefer for your child to go to a different school for a variety of reasons, we can talk about what some of those situations are. We can apply for open enrollment at one time a year, and it's in May, and we'll talk about those details. But it's only if seats per grade level are available. So that's basically what it is. So we try to work really hard, and thank you here at the radio station for helping us promote this, to get the word out so that everyone that is interested can apply. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to get the spot that they want, or even if it's available, and that shifts every year. Those seats that are available shift with the population and age shifts.
That's a very dynamic thing.
That's right.
Okay. Dr. Rhodes, what's your perspective on open enrollment?
Okay, so back in April of 2022, the law changed. The state legislature passed Public Law 479, which required districts to look at a seat availability a little differently than what they had in the past. So what we do now is during the month of May, as Carol stated, it is open the entire month. Anybody that goes to Bedford County schools or outside of Bedford County schools can apply to attend a school outside their school zone. This is, as she said, based on seat availability by grade level. So let's say, for instance, a student wants to go to community elementary, and their student is going to be in the second grade. Well, there may only be 5 seats available in the second grade because we have to look and provide availability for all students that are zoned for that school first.
So that's the first priority.
Yes.
And then we work down from there.
That's correct.
To what's the second place? Like in-county?
In-county students that would like to go to a school outside their zone, like for entrance. Community elementary.
Got it.
So you've got a second grade student that's wanting into community elementary. They live inside Bedford County. Then you have a second grade student that is wanting into community elementary that lives outside Bedford County. So the in-county students get priority over the out-of-county students, number one.
Okay.
So, and again, we may have seats available in second grade at community elementary, or we may not, because they may have 20 students to a classroom, and the state of Tennessee has class size limitations on that. So,
and for good reason.
Yes, if we have 20 students in every class in second grade already, then there will not be any seats available in second grade at community elementary for inside or outside.
Right.
Now, let's say that we have 3 seats available at community elementary in second grade, but we have 5 children that apply to go to second grade there. The first thing we look at is all of those children, where are they living? Are they living in Bedford County, or are they living outside Bedford County?
Right.
So if we have 3 students that live in Bedford County and 2 that live outside Bedford County, then those 3 students that live in Bedford County, if they meet the requirements, would be allowed to go, and the 2 students that live outside Bedford County, based on seat limitations, would not be allowed to attend.
Okay.
And what those 3, in your example, those 3, what does if they meet the qualifications mean?
Okay, so if they're already enrolled in Bedford County, let's say that they're attending another school in the district but want to go to community elementary.
They live in Bedford County?
Correct.
Okay.
They have to meet qualifications, meaning they have to meet the attendance requirements that we set on open enrollment. They have to meet discipline requirements. They have to be making adequate progress in their learning opportunities as well. So those are the requirements that the state allows us to weigh, because we would not want a student attending a school outside their zone if they were not compliant, if they were a behavior issue, or if they were already an attendance issue, because each school also gets part of their accountability is based on chronic attendance. If students are chronically absent, it counts against the school that they're attending. So if a student is zoned for Aiken but is attending community elementary and doesn't show up, then that's an issue. Also, they have to provide their own transportation. So we do not provide transportation for students that attend a school outside their school zone. Therefore, they would have to make sure that they could be there on time. They attended on a regular basis and weren't absent.
Right. To sum this up, you guys, it from an outside perspective, it sounds kind of like a citizenship thing. Like, if we put you in such and such school, are you going to be a positive contributor?
Correct.
Contributor or a negative, you know?
Right.
Because you're talking about disciplinary, you're talking about attendance records, you're talking about, and then, you know, prioritizing based on whether they are part of Bedford County schools already or if they're outside Bedford County.
Correct.
And I think that's all very fair.
It's like another motivation to do well, be successful, do your best.
Right. Because if you want to go to a particular high school that's outside your zone,
That's right.
then keep it up.
That's right.
Right. Excel.
Another motivation too. And things change, priorities change, things happen in families, and you may need that. And so you want to have a good success record all around, academically, attendance-wise, and behavior-wise, for sure.
Right. So speaking of families, you guys, what types of situations typically lead for families exploring this option to participate in open enrollment and apply?
Sometimes it has to do with the size of the community that you're enrolled in. Where you go to church sometimes affects it. If you attend church in one location and a lot of your friends are in a different school than what you're zoned to, sometimes that happens. If they just want, like I said, a smaller community to go to attend, if they prefer a certain number of academics that maybe one school doesn't have versus another school.
Okay.
If they want to participate in something that one of the schools doesn't have, like possibility of a CTE program that's available.
I was thinking CTE,
for sure. Because the CTE programs are not the same. They are not mirrored in every school.
Mirroring is a good term. They're not carbon copies of each other.
Or a club, an organization, or a sport. Sometimes that's a motivator as well.
Yeah, maybe you really want to be a Golden Eagle on the football team.
Yeah,
that's right.
And then also, Cascade has an excellent agricultural program.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a new building. Is the building being built, or?
It is.
Okay.
I haven't seen it recently. I need to go take a look, but it is underway. Of course, you know how construction is. It always takes longer than we think.
Or we want.
That's
we could
right.
do an hour show on that next week.
We could, for sure.
Yeah, we'll lament about that.
Yes.
Well, very good. Folks, we're talking with Dr. Terise Rhodes, Bedford County Schools Director of Attendance, Data, and Accountability, as well as Carol Garrette, Director of Communications. As usual, we're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be right back.
You know, your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Proud sponsor of the WLIJ Easter Basket Giveaway. Stop by their location today and register to win. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com.
And we're back here with you on Gov Talk on WLIJ, talking with Dr. Terise Rhodes, Bedford County Schools Director of Attendance, Data, and Accountability, as well as Carol Garrette, the Director of Communications at Bedford County Schools. Carol, I don't think I asked you how you're doing this morning.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Circle back. Okay, now we're good.
There we go.
Now we started the program.
Well, we talked before we started, so we kind of we were well underway.
Yeah.
But you've gotten her title down really well.
I feel pretty good about it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm going to start practicing before I get on air with attendance, data, and accountability.
Yep.
Say that really fast.
Yes.
So let's talk about the application process for open enrollment.
Okay, so we will post the number of seats available by school and grade level starting on April the 15th.
Okay,
So that'll be
up.
posted on the website. It has to be posted by law 15 days prior to the application time.
Okay.
Application will be available on the website beginning on May the 1st and will be open through May the 31st. Okay, there is no priority given to who turns in their application first.
Say that again.
There is no priority given to first come, first serve on turning in the application.
Okay.
So we have to wait until all applications are submitted before we begin looking at how many students, parents have applied for open enrollment.
Okay.
And we close it at 11:59
11:59 on May 31st.
So
So the person that, say, puts in an application at 11:50 on May 31st.
11:50 p.m. No more advantage than May 1, 8 a.m.
Very good. Okay, that's very clear then.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's on our website, www.bedfordk12tn.com. And the website looks new, so if you haven't visited it in the last month or so, it's going to look new to you, but it's I think much more easy to navigate and find information, and we're still working to polish that information, but that's kind of always going on with a website. But there's a resources tab, and across the top, and under that resources tab is an open enrollment page. And so you can go ahead now and take a look at that and see the chart that's sitting there ready to be filled on prior to or right at April 15th.
To get your ducks in a row, per se.
So yeah, you can go read the page, look at that, but you can't apply yet. There's no click through to apply for the application. You won't see that. You'll see where it will be on the page, and you can see the chart that will show the number of seats in every grade in every school.
Okay, so in other words, if you're anxious to apply now and you can't figure out how to do it, your website, your Google is not broken. It's just not available yet until, was it April 15th?
The seat availability will be posted April 15th, but the application will not go live until May the 1st.
Right.
Okay, May the 1st.
So in her example earlier, let's say you're wanting to go to second grade at Community Elementary. So on April 15th, you can go and see, are there even any seats available at Community Elementary in second grade, for example. Of course, there tend to be more seat availability in our high schools.
Correct.
That's where you'll see the highest numbers. And then there are 0 seats in some of those elementary grades in some of those schools.
And Thomas has 0 availability because Thomas is a magnet school and you have to apply through a different process to attend the Thomas.
Right, yeah.
I want to throw something in here while we're talking about Thomas, because this is common confusion in the public. Thomas, while it is a magnet school, it is a public magnet school, and it is free.
Thomas Magnet School is free, folks. I feel like that could be a 30-minute program.
That's right. And that is a misconception. People think that because it's a magnet school, maybe they think it's private and you pay. It is a public school. It is part of Bedford County Schools, and it is free. But it does have a different application process. Basically, you have to test in to go to the magnet school K-8.
And I remember the day I did that. I remember standing in the gym wondering if I passed.
Did I pass? Did I get in?
Yeah.
Right.
I had a great experience at Thomas Magnet School back in 1857. Let's move on to the next question. In 2026. So how
What's
many
that make us then? If he's 1857.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, let's move on to the next one.
Right.
How many applications does a family need to complete if they have more than one child?
Oh, good
They
question.
must complete an application for each student that is going to be going to a school outside their school zone.
Okay, so there's no blanket application for your whole family. It's if Mr. Johnny wants to go, you fill out an application for little Johnny. If Gabriella wants to go, you fill out one for her too.
Correct. And if a student is moving from one school to another, if they're going to a different school from where they've been attending, even if they were on open enrollment at, let's say, Community Elementary, now they're moving to Community Middle School, they must fill out a application for Community Middle School because that may be a different set of criteria because there may not be any seats available at Community Middle School.
Right.
Okay, so they must fill out another application when they move from one school to another.
However, if they're going from second grade at Community Elementary, and they got one of the seats, and they're going to third grade Community Elementary, and they're still outside their zone, they're good. They don't have to reapply until they're done with fifth grade at Community Elementary in our example.
Okay.
So we say new school, that means even the schools in our villages of Cascade, you've got Cascade Elementary, Cascade Middle, Cascade High. Those are new schools. Same thing with community.
They are. Mm-hmm. They are. So if you're already involved in open enrollment, but you're getting ready to graduate, like from elementary to middle or middle to high, don't forget to reapply.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
That would be easy to forget.
Oh, yeah, because you've
been there
I'm here, I'm good.
Several years, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Please do not forget to reapply.
That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good. What else do we want to touch on before we go off here today about?
Another thing that parents need to be reminded of is that each year, and it opened yesterday, we have student data verification. So that a parent should be going into their Skyward login and updating their child's information. For instance, their emergency contacts. Maybe somebody's moved away. Maybe somebody else there's been a breakup of something, and that person needs to be removed from the emergency contacts. You might need to replace them with another person. That is open right now, and it will be open until June the 8th. And so we need to get parents to do that. And one of the criteria for open enrollment is parents must complete the student data verification prior to May 31st. If they have not completed it, then their application will be rejected.
Okay.
It's really important.
Make sure you're up to date, and hey, let's just go ahead and give a blanket call to action. Make sure your students' data is up to date, period. Because if there's an emergency situation, Lord willing, there will never be. But
that's right.
If there is, you want that on hand now.
Right. And not just maybe mom and dad, but also maybe 2 or 3 or 4 others that are backup authorized pickup. And if you talk to those of us that work for the school system that have children in the system, they'll tell you they've got 4 or 5 backup plans, because you never know where you're going to be in an emergency situation. You want as much flexibility of authorized pickups as possible. Another thing that changes often, and people forget to include that in their child's student database, are phone numbers.
Yes.
And those need to be updated, because if we can't reach you,
we need to have someone else to call.
And of course, addresses and so forth. And we use these fancy terms inside the school system. We say student data verification. I think that to parents might sound like we're talking about data, like in terms of performance data, grade, academic data, things like that. But we're actually talking about basic student information,
contact information.
So, and so we're gonna be pushing out a little campaign to promote that you need to get this done soon. If you're applying for open enrollment before May 31st, but for everybody by June 8th.
Right.
But it's student information update. And just even if you need to just go in and make sure that everything is still current for your child, please go in and check that and get that
And that's
settled.
extremely important, because we had an incident not too long ago at one of the schools where one of our students fainted, and every number that they tried to call for that child was disconnected. Or not available. And so, when you have just an individual emergency situation, it's very important that we have the correct contact information to be able to get a hold of you.
Thank you for that example.
Student information update. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
Go ahead and do it now. And you say, I'm not interested in open enrollment. But everybody has to do it. Yeah. And what happens, this is, if your open enrollment application will not work, it will be voided if you haven't done this. But what happens if after June 8th, all of our parents or guardians have not updated this information?
At that time, we are going dark as far as both student information system and open enrollment, because that is when we are shifting over to our new student management system, which will be called Synergy.
From Skyward.
From Skyward.
Synergy.
So you've got a transition coming up. You need that information to be able to transfer the data.
But if they haven't done it, what happens when it's time to log back in?
Well, if they haven't done it, then we're going to have some issues problems with getting logged back in.
You won't have a log. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we need to get all of our information updated so that you will receive an email from our new system in order to be able to log in when we go live in July.
That's another thing that changes for people are email addresses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phone numbers and email addresses.
They can get overran with spam, and so you make a new one. How do you update the student information?
Okay, so it is on the website also. There's a link on the website. If they go to the attendance and data page from the resources tab, then there is a link on there to Skyward. And when they go into Skyward, they'll see where it is available now to open for each of their individual children, and they have to do it for every child. So just because they update it for Susie, it doesn't update automatically for Johnny. So it needs to be updated for both of them.
Right.
And they don't even have to go that far to the resources page. It's up at the top right now, a Skyward link, so it's really easy. It links them directly to it on every, not just the district site, but all the school sites.
That sounds very good.
And if they have trouble on the student data and accountability page, there are instructions for how to update the student data information.
Right.
With a display, a PDF display that they can go through step by step. They can also call our office if they need additional help, as well as their school. They can call them as well.
And what is the office number in case they need help updating this info?
931-684-3284. And they can ask for the attendance department.
Okay. All right. I'm sure you guys will be happy to help them because that'll prevent issues down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. And then our summer hours, once school is out, they shift at the central office to 7 a.m. to 4:15, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And we are closed on Friday in the summers.
Okay.
We work the same amount of hours. We just cram it into Monday through Thursday.
Cram it in, make it
That's
happen.
right.
That's very good. Well, I think that's great on that. Let's touch on the CC5K before we go off the air.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. I just thought this morning, sort of had a little flutter in my heart that it's about a month away.
Yeah, 1 month.
Yes, because it is May the 9th, Mother's Day weekend on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. We're usually done. Well, I say usually. This is our second year. We were done by about 9:30 last year. So it's perfect timing if you're there with your family or your friends on the square to hang out. I think there's some more things planned by our wonderful merchants on the square this year, so you can go get a cup of coffee or a bite to eat or do some shopping on the square afterward. And when most of the businesses are starting to open up at 10 a.m. or so, it's perfect timing for that crowd to enjoy the beautiful Shelbyville Square. It's looking so good and so lively, and we're so proud of it. But when I looked this morning, we were at 694 registrants for the race.
Wow.
Almost at 700.
Yeah.
And our race directors, which are Run Nash, they say we are about 100 ahead of where we were at this time last year. So we're excited, want to keep that up. So encouraging individuals that want to join us that day or businesses that want to put a team together. And of course, our schools are all have teams. 10% enrollment of each school is what we're asking our schools to come up with. And I believe 7 of us, including the central office, have our team goals met.
Man.
Southside was the leader in terms of our schools meeting their goal, and saw yesterday Cascade Middle met their goal. Eastside, Community Middle, Thomas, BCLA, Central Office.
How's Cartwright
I didn't
doing?
leave one out.
We were both actually there. You were talking to them
That's
about
right.
that.
They're working on it. They're working on it. They're not there yet, but they're working on it. So there you go. Our race coordinator, Doug Bradshaw. There we go. We just gave him a shout out right here. No pressure. Doug. No pressure, Doug. But I want to emphasize something because some people hear CC 5K race. They think a 3-mile run. Are you kidding? And we do have runners. I mean, to our runners, but it is, I say in all caps, or walk.
Or walk.
It is run or walk. And the way we did it last year is they put the runners in the front, and when they blow that whistle after the kickoff, those runners take off, and then a large amount of us step up for the walk, and we're behind those runners. And then there's also a 1 mile walk or run as well. So there's the 3.1 mile, and then there's the 1 mile. And then there's also a kids fun run for the little bitties, for our really littles. That one's free. The 1 mile and the 3.1 mile are the fee.
So be a part of a great day.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to be there too, Chase, right?
Well, I've got an event that day. I do. That's the Celebration City Region Car Club's annual car and truck show. I've been involved with that since I was like 3. So, but we will have people on site.
WLIJ, Hopkins Farms
we will
Broadcasting will be there.
Site.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, both Carol and I'll be there, and
right.
I think we'll both do the walking group.
Oh, for sure. My mom got oldest finisher last year at 97, but sadly, send good thoughts her way. She fell and broke her hip over our spring break last week, so she will not likely be at the race on May 9th. I mean, you never know with my mom. She's tough. She is up walking. She was walking the day after her hip surgery.
Oh, they do that, yeah.
And she's going to rehab soon, hopefully this week, so you never know. But yes, I will be in the walking club for sure.
Well,
Me as well.
Yes.
Good. Well, anything else we want to mention about open enrollment before we go off the air?
Yeah.
Again, it'll be posted on our Bedford County Schools website at www.bedfordk12tn.net. .com. Sorry.
It's confusing because our emails are .net, and I had to train my brain when I started our website's .com.
That's right. BedfordK12TN.com.
That's right.
Very good.
That's right.
Well, Carol and Dr. Terise Rhodes, thank you so much for joining me today and talking all about open enrollment. And another plug for the CC5K, Carol.
Yes. Oh, just get signed up. And you can get signed up at runsignup.com.
Okay.
You can find that on our website. There's Bridge Bedford has a lot of incredible posts about the CC5K on Facebook. So you can go and follow that, and just some excellent writing and videos and spirited posts about the CC5K. But it's runsignup.com, and you can get signed up there. It's super easy. It takes about 5 minutes.
Excellent. Great work. Thank you, guys. Sign up for the CC5K. This is Chase Clanton with Hopkins Farms Broadcasting, talking with folks from Bedford County Schools. We will see you next time.
Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com. You know, your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020.